Good morning and welcome. Patriot Radio News Hour, Joe and Jason live on this Monday, the 17th of April. We're now 2 weeks and 2 days away from the glorious Fed meeting of quarter point, no quarter point. It's kind of ridiculous, really, when you think about it. That yes, this is the most important thing ever. What is he going to do? We just don't know. I mean, there's so many options. 800-951-0592. If you're just sick of that crap, get some gold and silver put away, and you just don't have to worry about it nearly as much. AllAmericanGold.com is the website, but as we talked about, listen, right? We got to be diversified. You got to have, money here, money there. You got to have different places because you just never know what the next shoe to drop is. You can't trust the Federal Reserve. You can't trust the Treasury Department. Heck, you can't even trust the FDIC. Because when it comes right down to it, they'll change the rules anytime they see fit. But this is Monday. This is where we have Joey, my son, with us. He's the guy. Hey, listen, he's the guy. All your stock stuff, your IRAs, your 401ks, your health insurance, your long-term care, not your health insurance, but your long-term care insurance, estate planning. If you're getting close to retirement, I'm begging you. Make sure you have somebody like Joey in your corner, because otherwise, if you don't, you're just simply going to end up giving Uncle Sam a lot more of those tax dollars than you need to. And this is how complicated they've made it for all of us. You gotta have somebody like Joey in your corner. Joey, thank you for joining us. Of course, Joey works at Northwestern Mutual, and it's really simple. Jason and I will always talk about, hey, we like old gold the best. There's all kinds of gold. Right? You got new gold, you got old gold, you got gold bars, you got 1 ounce, 10 ounce, 5 ounce. You buy a 100-ounce bar, a kilo bar. You can buy foreign gold, right? You can buy why do we like old gold the best? Well, it's because it's the most private. Heck, you can buy it, sell it, trade it. You don't have to fill out any 1099. You don't have to give out your Social Security number. And that's kind of what Northwestern Mutual is when it comes to the stock market, because they're not a bank. Heck, they're not even regulated by the banking industry. They've got more cash on hand. It's the one place where you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I just heard my bank in the news. Am I going to be able to actually get access to my money? That's why, another reason why you call Joey. Joey, good morning. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. It's always nice to be joining the show. And yeah, like you said, Northwestern Mutual, we're not a bank. We're a privately held company. We're owned by all of our policy owners. We're not impressing stockholders. We've got the most cash on hand. You mentioned gold. We like it because it's private, right? Well, we are a private company. And honestly, everyone that works with me, they know that they're going to get, 1, 100% transparency, and 2, someone who's just going to work their butt off for them. With all these smoke screens, problems arising, the economy's up and down, you need someone in your corner to put in the dirty work and work behind the scenes for you and make sure we're doing everything correctly. At the very least, at least have the conversation to educate yourself on what we should be doing for the future. But too many times I chat with people and they have another advisor, another planner, and 1, they don't have a relationship with them, and 2, they haven't revisited their accounts in over years, and they haven't had someone properly give them the education of why they're doing what they're doing and other ways to, 1, give Uncle Sam a smaller slice of the pie, and 2, just make sure we're tracking for retirement. This is not big moves we're talking about. There are little things we can implement today to greatly help us out for the future.
Joey, did we lose you? Did we got you? Oh, we may have lost
you hear me?
Here.
Yep, we can hear you. Go ahead,
you're
Joe.
back.
What was that? Sorry.
You cut out there just real briefly.
Yeah, no, at the end of the day, what we do for people is educate them, hold them accountable, develop a relationship, and then work our butts off to make sure we're in the best position possible. And with all these things coming up, it's important that, one, we have a proper education, but two, we're not turning a blind eye to these things. We're not setting things and forgetting them, and that's where we come in. We're constantly monitoring everything, making sure we're on track for whatever goals it is we have and what we're trying to achieve with our plan.
And that's the thing, too. A lot of people think, man, I've got to have millions of dollars to be able to do these types of things. And the realities are it doesn't really matter about the amounts. It matters that you're doing it. And over time, hey, all of a sudden, something as little as, hey, maybe I'm only doing, $5,000 a year. Maybe I'm only doing $500 a month. But it adds up over time. And believe me, if done right with the right advisor, you could end up with a pretty decent retirement if you're actually putting that plan in place.
Yeah, well, I mean, 100%. And really what we're seeing today with all the smoke screens going on is people getting paralyzed and not making any moves or making any decisions due to the uncertainty. And what I can tell you is we better do something rather than nothing. And at the very least, let's develop a relationship and get to know one another and find out what we're planning for.
We'll be back right after the break. Don't touch that time. Eight 800-951-0592, Joe and Jason, Patriot Radio News Hour. We got my son Joey with us from Northwestern Mutual, and I hear you talking, and it's so frustrating, isn't it? Because people, first of all, everyone, I don't know why. You would think more people would be really excited about, dude, I'm going to get a guy that's he's in my corner. He keeps me up to date. He's always checking in. He's always making moves for me as these markets adjust and, interest rates go up, interest rates go down, wars started, wars end, it's a Democrat in office, it's a Republican in office. All of these things mean changes to people's portfolio, and yet so many people, well, I talked to a guy once, and he pitched me a few good things, and they just make this assumption that somehow this person's working hard for them, when the realities are someone who's actually working hard for you is going to be in contact with you because, Joey, life changes all the time. Did you move? Did you get a promotion at work? Maybe you got laid off from work. Maybe you want to set up a trust, or you got getting ready. I don't know, your daughter's getting married and you want to give her that dream wedding, or your son's graduated from college. You're going to get him a Rolex watch or any of these things. Maybe, hey, I want to take the grandkids on that cruise, to that Disney cruise. And these are things, hey, let's face it. These are things that cost $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $100,000, and you got to have those resources. And it's amazing how people will settle for lazy financial advisors. It's the thing that, quite honestly, just means you're leaving money on the table.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely leaving money on the table, and a lot of people are settling and working with advisors who just aren't putting that work in. So a lot of the times, I think 70% of the people I talk to, they've got a guy before us. They find out pretty quickly we do things very differently than most advisors in terms of communication, outreach, research, and also planning specifically tailored to your goals. You mentioned big moves like a wedding. You're buying a house. You want to leave something behind. We help people do all of that stuff, and we help everything in the financial space. You need a CPA, we'll put you in contact with one. You need a lawyer, we'll connect you with one. But the biggest thing is when people come in and talk about finances, they're always like, oh no, oh my gosh, I got to talk about this. I don't know what I'm doing. And when we talk to people, we make sure we leave pumped up and excited. Like, this is exciting. We're planning for your future. We're planning for your retirement. We should be pumped up about this stuff. Oh, we haven't started yet. We're in our 40s. Oh, we haven't done anything yet. We're in our 50s. Oh, it's too late. No, it's not. It's never too late to get a plan going. And one thing we like to emphasize is we need to get excited about it. Right? We're going to make sure that you're going to achieve your goals. We're going to put a plan in place, one step at a time, and it's really cool to see, a year later in a relationship, 2 years later, and see just how far clients are coming with us. And it's great. It's very reassuring, and we're putting in the good work. I can safely say all my clients, they are going to retire with the lifestyle they want to have. The reason why is because, one, we've developed that relationship of trust, and two, we're checking in on them regularly, and three, clients are getting back to me when life changes, when things happen. When something changes, if there's a big event, please, by all means, outreach me. I want to know what's going on in your life so that I can make sure that we're doing the right things for you and develop that real relationship. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to just be the advisor I talk to twice a year. I want to be a part of my clients' lives and make sure that we're giving the best possible service that anyone could have.
Yeah, and it's as you said, you got to know these things, and there'll be different parts of life calls for different things to be done, right? If you're going to be that moment in life where, hey, you know what, I'm going to be paying for a wedding, or I'm going to be helping my kids with a down payment on their house, you probably don't want to have all of your money stuck in an annuity that's going to have penalties if you need access to that money. Or conversely, hey, you know what? You've already done all those things. Hey, I'm past that in my life. Then maybe an annuity or something like that's a great option, but you got to have somebody that knows what they're doing and knows what the plan is ahead of time to be able to plan those things accordingly.
Exactly. It's all based upon the plan. Now, I'm no dummy. I know things in life just happen that we don't plan for. We can never predict the future. But we have an idea of what could happen and what could go on. You mentioned an annuity. Your money is locked up. Well, someone who needs cash, we're not going to utilize that. We'll utilize money market accounts. Right? We'll catch that 4%, put it in for 6 months, take it out. There are so many different ways to grow our dollars and preserve our dollars and also save our dollars tax efficiently. But it all just depends on where we're at. Where's our financial income? How does that look? And then we go from there and making sure that we're just updating all of this stuff as we go on. It's a continuous plan, and every year we review things. We're going to be tracking more and more for our goals, and it's just phenomenal to see. And the relationships out of this is why I do this. I absolutely love it. My firm and I, my team and I, our goal this year is to impact 80 different individuals and families. And I can tell you that we're tracking for that. And that's all due to clients referring us out to their family and friends and people they hold dearly. I don't cold call people. All of my networking, all of my clients are generated through referrals. These are people that have gone through the process, trusted us, and they're like, you know what? My best friend needs to talk to these guys. My mom and dad need to talk to these guys. My kids need to talk to these guys because we're doing the right thing for them. We're not just coming in some suit and tie showing you numbers. No, we're coming in, we're trying to get to know one another and help you really achieve what it is you're trying to do. And most advisors aren't doing that. They're like, okay, how do I sell this guy in 30 minutes, get him out the door, and send him an account statement once a year? We want to make sure we know exactly what's going on, what makes you tick, and what are you planning for.
Joey, give out that contact information.
Yeah, you can reach me at my personal cell phone, which is 602-909-9048. Again, my personal cell is 602-909-9048. Reach out to me. Give me a call. If I don't answer, it's probably because I'm in another meeting. Shoot me a voicemail. Leave me a text. I will make sure I get back to you as soon as I can. And I really do look forward to chatting with all of you and putting us in a better spot than we were yesterday.
There you have it. That's my kid right there, Joey, 602-909-9048. We'll have Joey back on again as we do every single Monday. You hear the difference. What's it gonna hurt to actually go out and be like, dude, that's the relationship I want to have with my financial guy, so we can plan and do these things accordingly and have those things. Maybe it's a college fund. Maybe it's, we talk about all the health issues and now early onset dementia has become a huge thing, right? Maybe I want to talk about long-term care insurance because I don't want to be a burden. Maybe I want to talk about leaving, my wealth to my kids, or maybe it's going to be to charity or whoever it's going to be to. Or just simply, hey, you know what? I just got to start saving for retirement. Give Joey a call, 602-909-9048. And again, like I said, we'll have him on pretty much most Mondays. We have him with us. But, Jason, we're getting ready. Everybody's kind of watching the markets here. Gold and silver pulled back, which is probably to be expected. You and I are still sitting on. We're going to get that one last rate hike here in 2 weeks, and I think that's going to be the next catalyst is going to be how dovishly does the Fed talk, and I think it's going to be extremely – I put it this way. I can almost guarantee it that the Fed's going to leave – they're going to open the door to being able not to have to raise interest rates if need be in the next meeting. And I think that's going to be the catalyst that's going to drive gold to that new all-time high.
Yeah, and the only question at that point will be if and when they will lower rates. That will be the thing we talk about after they stop raising. And that'll all depend on if inflation keeps going down. And I think the CPI will keep going down for a while, but it'll all be up to inflation, Joe, because if inflation stays low and they have, I don't know how many months of lowered inflation, then if the markets are still having trouble, which they will, then they'll start to lower the rates. And I know some people are saying July. I don't know when they're going to lower rates, Joe, but it seems to me that they're going to want to kind of just lock it in place and just wait and see. That's what I think they're going to do.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing that we're going to be waiting for as we continue here. We had banks come out, and, of course, the big banks had pretty decent earnings last week. It's going to be very interesting how the rest of earnings season starts to play out here. Starting to see, even here in Phoenix, it was funny, my wife and I were driving around this weekend, and all of a sudden, you're seeing the signs come off buildings. And we haven't seen a lot of that here in Phoenix and Scottsdale. And, Jason, we're starting to see it. We're starting to see retailers announcing layoffs, retailers closing stores. Walmart going to close half of its stores in Chicago due to bad performance. David's Bridal, the bridal shop, which for me, I don't know. I've been on like this wedding streak. A lot of the kids I used to coach in basketball, they're all getting married. My wife and I think we got 6 weddings this year alone so far, and the year's not even over. But they're announcing 9,000 layoffs, and people are now talking about are we going to see? And we talked a lot about commercial real estate and office buildings. But now are we going to start seeing some of these retailers, a lot of the small business retailers have really been taking it on the chin. There's no COVID money now, right? There's no, apply for this and apply for that, and we'll give you a bunch of money. And we're starting to see a lot of these places go out of business.
Yeah, and on top of all of that, the COVID emergency taught a lot more people who normally like to go shopping. You got a lot more people ordering, shipping it, right? So brick and mortar stores have taken a lot of hits over the last few years. So this new economic situation, as it sits, is going to put even more pressure. So yeah, Joe. I mean, I always like to go get my stuff. I don't know, but my wife and I, we like to go find the things at the grocery store. We like to go look at the food we're going to buy. We like to look at the items and see what it is if we're shopping. But I'll say this: I got just like a lot of people, I got used to trying to ship things and order things directly from the warehouse, so to speak, Joe. So I noticed in this area there's still quite a few warehouses going up, but a lot of stores shutting down. So just what you're seeing.
What's so funny is I'm not going to lie. Amazon knows where I live. UPS knows where I live. FedEx knows where I live. But I've done none of it. I've yet to order anything online to be shipped to my house. I haven't pulled that trigger. I don't have an Amazon account, right? I don't have any of the. But in full disclosure, my wife's ordering on my. If I need something, she's ordering it.
The funny thing is, Joe, I've never ordered from Amazon, but when there's companies' products that I like, we just go to their website and they ship it to us, avoiding the store,
yeah.
Joe.
Yep. We'll be right back. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason, stay with us.